I think if you want to be confident, you should really learn about yourself. It's very important. A few years ago, I was definitely not confident like the way I am right now. The reason because I wasn't confident is that I didn't know myself. I didn't know what I don't like. I didn't know what I like. I was always trying to be somebody else. I was always trying to fit in, and I was truly never myself. And when I became confident, when I actually learned who I am and what I like and what I don't like to do and what kind of person I am, damn, life was so much better after that. Because I stopped trying to be somebody else. I stopped trying to fit in to those boxes, and I could just be me. And I think if you want to be confident, learn about yourself. And if you want to know more about what I mean by learn about yourself, okay, I'm going to tell you very quickly. Take a piece of paper and do shadow work. This is an exercise that I have been doing for years, okay? And it's an exercise that I always recommend for my friends. Shadow work, how does it work? It's basically questions that helps you get deep about your feelings, get deep about your past experience, gets really in deep about the experience you had in life, the way you feel about them, the way they triggered your life. And by answering those questions, it's not easy at first, believe me, but when you actually just forget everything and focus on that piece of paper and focus on those questions, you actually will see things that will surprise you. Things about yourself that you didn't notice before. And by doing so, you will learn about yourself a lot. A few days ago, I did shadow work about the time where I was bullied in middle school. And I still remember, because I wrote a question, I'm sorry, and the question was, do you forget the people that hurted you? The people that did that to you? And I took a second and I was like, okay, they definitely did hurt me a lot. They definitely affected my years in middle school. They affected the way I saw myself, the way I struggled so much as a kid. I didn't deserve that, so why would I forget them? That's the first thought I had. But then I just started to go back into those years, to those feelings, to the vulnerability I had as a kid. And I was just thinking and thinking, and I was like, okay, I forgive them because I want to be in peace right now. I want to be in peace. I want to be in peace. I don't want to live my life and still have anger for somebody, for someone, for something that happened in the past, because that would just constantly and always make me feel like I am still there. I'm not there anymore. I'm not there anymore. It's all in the past. And I don't want the past to be painful in my mind right now. I had very, very traumatic experience. And right now, I just look at them and I'm like, without those experiences, I wouldn't be the girl I am today. Because yes, they traumatized me. Yes, I had many difficulties back then, but they made me stronger. They made me learn things that I want to do again. And by doing mistakes, by going through a lot, that's actually when you learn a lot about yourself. So shadow work is something that really helped me, and it's literally like something that I always do because I always check up with myself. I always check up with my feeling. It's something that you want to do too if you want to be confident. Being confident, it's not about the appearance. It's not about having a good makeup. It's not about like looking good, or it's all here. It's all in your mind. It's all in your feeling. It's all in your soul. Okay? It's so important, because I feel like people that want to be confident, they always project, and they're like, okay, I want to be confident. I should do this to my hair. I should do this to my nails. I should go on a diet so I will feel more confident about this, about that, about that. That's not it. For sure, if you don't like the way you look, if you don't like your body, if you want to go on a diet, do it for yourself. Don't do it because you saw a girl on TikTok having a good body and you're like, okay, I want to be her. Don't do that. Definitely don't do that. Do it because you want to feel at peace with yourself. You want to feel at peace with your body. That's another point, okay? But here I am talking about the confidence that you have in yourself. The confidence that is inside you, not about the outside. So shadow work is a good way to start. Second point, I would say, to be confident is to have a lot of trust in yourself. I remember I used to have social anxiety when I go out with my friend. I remember when we go eat somewhere, I used to be so anxious to go talk to the person in the restaurant, to be like, oh, I want to order that, or I want to get this. I used to be so stressed. I used to be like so not confident. And when I realized that I was making all this in my mind, it's like it was a revelation to me. It was all in my mind because I was fighting myself. I was not trusting myself. I was fighting constantly. I was always in my mind. It's like there was two voices. One that really wanted me to go outside, to talk to people, to be confident in my skin. There was another version of me that was always dragging me down and be like, you're not capable of this, you cannot do that, oh, you're embarrassing yourself. It was like an angel and the devil. I was completely lost. And when I trusted myself and I actually realized that I am in control of my thoughts. I am in control of my thoughts, nobody else. Nobody is here and telling you that and that. It's all here. It's all in you. When I realized that, I was like, okay, I actually get to decide. I actually get to decide if I want to have good thoughts. I actually get to decide if I want to be confident. So I was like, okay, the other person in front of me, the waitress, doesn't know that I'm struggling. They don't know. If I show it, of course, they will be like, okay, maybe she has social anxiety, maybe she's struggling with something. But if I don't show it physically, they don't know. So I was kind of faking it at first. And I was like, okay, be confident. Trust yourself. You can do this. And I just talked. And it was so hard for me at first. It was so hard for me. A few years ago, I remember the first time I did that, I was shaking, because I remember I used to be so scared to talk to strangers, to talk to people, to speak up for myself. So when that actually happened, I was very proud of myself, and it's very important. Like, it's very important. So practice, go out. Even if you're scared, do it. Do it scared. Do it alone. And if you do it more and more often, you will actually see that it will get easier. And then it was just become normal for you, okay? So go out and practice. Go out and practice. Go do the things that made you scared. Go do the things that make you feel like you're really trying, like it's out of your comfort zone, okay? And something that I will add is, while being confident is appreciating your own company. When you get to go to the cinema alone, you go to the restaurant alone, a restaurant full of people and you are sitting in the table alone, that's like so confident. You are not afraid to do things on your own. You're not afraid. You can go to the library alone. You can go do shopping alone. And again, few years ago when I was in middle school, I would think that is so embarrassing. What do you mean I have to go eat outside? People will think I'm a loser. I'm eating here alone. They will think I don't have friends. But the problem here is that I am worrying about other people's opinion. But the day that I realized that people actually don't care about what we do, people are so occupied with their own life, with their own worries, with their own self-image, with their own thing that they're not looking at you. They are not looking at you. They care about themselves more than anything. So if you go eat outside, actually, some people may think like, damn, she's cool. She's eating outside alone. Such a vibe girl. Wow. You have to stop thinking about what other people think about you. Because they all are only thinking about themselves. And I really hate the, oh no, that's so embarrassing, no, nothing is embarrassing. Just be you, live your life, do your thing, and let's say you go outside and you fall, you trip and you fall, you're gonna be like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Okay, you may feel that at first, because like, nobody likes to really fall, but at the end of the day, people are going to forget. They're going to forget that. Why be embarrassed? And I think there's two sides of being confident. Because you can look like you can have a perfect body, have everything you want, and look like a goddess, but you may feel shit about yourself. You may feel bad about yourself because looks does not mean being confident. You know, when I was younger, I used to think like, oh my god, if I am slimmer, if I am prettier, I will look confident. But no, that's not it. Like I said before, it's all about yourself. It's all about actually like knowing yourself, knowing what you stood for, knowing that being you, just by being you, it's your power. Being you is your power. You don't need looks. You don't need anything. Of course, you want to look pretty. Of course, you want to do that and that. But make sure that here you know. You know yourself. And you are at peace with yourself. You should be at peace with all the version of yourselves. You should be at peace with all of them. It's like the 18 years old you, the 10 years old you, the 7 years old you, the 2 years old you still live inside you. They're all here. And I like to think that. I like to think that they are inside of me. I am still that teen girl. I am still that other girl. Because they live inside me. And I should be at peace with them. I should be at peace when I talk about them too. Because if you're like, oh my god, I hate how I looked when I was a teen. I hate how I look when I was in middle school, when I was in high school. This is not going to make you confident. Be at peace with yourself. Be at peace with yourself. Because when you're at peace with yourself, you can go forward. You can move on with your life, walk with your heads up and be like, I like all the version of myself, and I like all the future versions that are going to come to me. And when you trust yourself, when you deeply like yourself, I think you are so powerful and nobody can take that away from you. Nobody. When you actually vibe to that level of life, to that level of being confident, nobody can take that away from you. Nobody. And when you are confident, it's okay to have doubts. It's okay to have fears. That doesn't mean you are less confident. That doesn't mean all the work you did is gone. that doesn't mean that. It's mean that you have to listen to yourself. Why am I having doubts? Why am I feeling this way? And here, this is when shadow works come. Listen to yourself. Listen to your thoughts. Listen to your body. And all of that is part of being confident, because being confident is loving yourself. And nobody should take that away from you. Nobody. Not even your toxic boyfriend, not even a toxic family or toxic friendship. Do not let anybody define you, because they don't know you the way you know yourself. They don't. They don't. They really don't. So being confident, I think it's being at peace with yourself. Alright, this is all for today's podcast. I am sorry if I make any English mistakes. It's not my native language, but I'm still trying. And I will be posting more podcasts, definitely. This was not easy to film because it's my first time, but again, I am trying. I love myself, I believe in myself, and I like this. I like doing videos, so I would be very happy if you guys put some comments and like the video. And in this podcast, in this YouTube channel, I will also invite my friend to join me in my videos, and I think they are going to be so cool, and I can't wait to share them with you guys. Again, thank you so much for watching this video until the end, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.